So, hello, and welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology, and Tarot. Please be aware, if you are new to the channel, I do not sugarcoat my messages, and I have no filter. So, for all of you that say,
I want the truth!
Some of you absolutely can and will handle the truth here just fine. Others of you, well...
You can't handle the truth!
At least not yet, and that's okay. I trust when you're ready, you'll find yourself back here liking my videos as a subscriber in divine time. For those of you who are self-aware enough to stay and listen, drop a like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. With that said, always take readings how they resonate with you. If you are confused about the message of a reading, I always recommend coming back in about 2 weeks' time and seeing it with different eyes. Most of the time, if you're confused about a reading, you're trying to connect it with a scenario that it's not actually pertaining to. So no matter how tempting it is to listen to this and try and connect the dots to someone else in your experience, understand they're in your experience because of something you are learning through witnessing them to begin with as a divine mirror. So no matter how tempting it is to connect it to someone else, know that I am always reading it to help you better understand yourself and your own healing. Also know, if you look at the image, it represents the 12 houses of your birth chart. Okay, so we all have all of them. If I note certain astrological signs or planets, it's either because that is what is specifically healing in your chart right now or is being recognized in the reading as the area that is healing, or it is being aspected by the different things going on in the current cosmos that's bringing it up. So just because I say a certain sign and it's not your sign does not mean it's someone else. It's most likely a certain area in your chart that's being acknowledged, or it's a certain aspect going on in the current cosmos that is reflecting on the different healings going on in your own chart. Now I'm ready if you're ready. So let's begin. Okay, so these are the full moon in Leo highest good secret code name readings. These readings are purchased by individuals through my Etsy shop and are their personal readings. However, if you are drawn to a secret code name, chances are there is a message in it for you. This is secret code name Dolphins. If you'd ever like your own secret code name, the link to my Etsy is in the description below. All right, so Dolphins. For the highest good readings, I've used my White Light Oracle cards and my Patch Tarot. I'm going to read you the guidance first so that you understand why the tarot is what it is. And I've clarified each White Light Oracle card with one of the major arcana from the Patch Tarot before getting into the rest of the cards. And it came out with the Sun. Anapausis is the card. And it says, do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You are in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, you are going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come to fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. The Greek word anapausis refers to the cessation of work so one can regain strength, renew vitality, and heighten creative productivity. It is a rest for success. The Oracle of Anapausis advises physical, emotional, and psychological rest to reset yourself. That might mean switching off without fear or guilt. It is likely to mean giving up worries and the constant replay of anxiety-ridden speculations. Find some spaciousness and pleasure within and around yourself so you may experience healing and renewal. So, Anapausis is spiritual rest. Now, the Sun card's duality is illumination versus narcissism. And with the following cards that come out, You may seriously need a break from someone who is not loyal and or faithful to you in soul, okay? We got the Three of Cups came out with the King of Swords. You may be dealing with an air sign, someone who is very masculine in their energy, very take charge in their energy, who has very strong or significant air placements. We have the Four of Wands clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Five of Coins clarified by the Four of Swords, and then the Three of Discs clarified by the Queen of Swords. Now, the Three of Cups does not always mean a third-party situation, but the fact that there are literally three royal court cards here has me inclined to believe that there is. We have a single masculine king and two queens here. And the king is what comes out with the Three of Cups. So I would be... I'm sorry, I don't like giving these readings, these kinds of readings. I am most inclined to say that whoever the masculine energy is and the dynamic has been unfaithful in some way. The duality is abundance versus gluttony. Someone who may be hyper analytical and cast a lot of judgments on other people and potentially feel validated in whatever they did. You may be dealing with someone who is narcissistic, okay? Whoever they went after, because I do feel like they were connecting to this Queen of Wands, okay? This passionate, frenzied energy, okay? Thinking that they saw some light or connected to some light in this person. You are being pushed to walk through a door, okay? You're being pushed to walk through a door to cross the drawbridge and enter into the kingdom of the self, which means whoever this person is that you've attached yourself to has to go. And I think that you are very well aware that either something is going on or did go on with the Five of Discs. Is worry versus disaster, clarified by the Four of Swords, which is respite versus disquiet. I think that you need to stop worrying and that you simply need to let it go. It's not a disaster. It was intentional in your journey, right? Remembering anapausis, you need a rest and a break from whoever this person is, because they're not aligned with you right now, okay? Especially if they're not loyal to you and what they're doing and choosing, and they're not considering you. It's very selfish. And in the mirror, it's because you've probably been needing to consider yourself and be more selfish in regards to them for some time. The Three of Discs with the Queen of Swords, I do feel like the Queen of Swords is your energy. It's perceptive versus detached. That's the duality. And then with the Three of Discs, it's a contract with the self, right? It's a contract with the self. Now, this specific one, the Three of Coins, it shows the pyramid being built. It still needs the final piece. And you could see that there's different alchemical elements around the base of the pyramid. You could see sodium, mercury, and sulfur. I feel like there's an alchemical process going on within the self. Something that's very potentially bitter to swallow, and it feels toxic, right? This soul medicine feels toxic. Forgive the train. Take that as your divine confirmation. You might want to just move on. Hop on the train and move on. And away from this person, I could feel the disappointment. I could feel the wonder as to why. And you won't really know why until you move ahead. Like, it's one of those things where it's like your intuition knows, but you may or may not have definitive proof, but you don't need proof to move forward. You can trust your intuition, you know what I mean? Like, you don't actually have to stay in a situation that's draining you to where you feel like you have to compare yourself to someone, like it's or judge yourself, right? It has nothing to do with you so much as it has to do with this this lesson. You need to be able to create your own abundance and believe in your own success and not worry about what works for you. If you can't have faith in the person that you're with and trust them, then you shouldn't be with them. You shouldn't be with them. If this is not romantically involved, right? If it's not romantic in any way, then it's possible that you've been trying to help someone see, trying to help someone forward, trying to be someone's motivation, and instead of heeding your words of wisdom, they're following in alignment with someone else who is playing more to their shadows, okay, more to their wounds. And that's going to be a lesson for them to figure out. But you do not have to subject yourself to feeling as if you do not hold worth because they're not seeing it. This is a time for you to focus on yourself. You need a break from whoever this is. Like, your guidance card was Anapausis for a reason. You need to see the reality for what it is. You know, if someone's behavior has changed, if the time it takes for them to get back to you has changed, if their attitude has changed, if the way they react to you has changed, if you have found clues, right, then that in and of itself can be proof enough if your intuition is understanding. It's not like you want to believe it. It's not like you're looking for it and finding it. It's showing up, right? The behaviors have shown up. The differences have shown up. They're not acting the same. They may be harder on you more often. They might be more petty. You know, they might call you crazy for thinking things that your intuition is telling you are true. Things that you don't even want to believe, right? But you're feeling it anyway. Like, trust yourself. Trust yourself. I know it's hard, but if you were questioning whether or not someone is faithful to you, I'm inclined to say no. I'm very inclined to say no. No, they're not. And I think you need to detach from this person. I think you need to detach from this person and put it into perspective, because if someone is unfaithful to you, how have you been unfaithful to yourself? If someone's cheated on you, how are you cheating yourself? If someone's lying to you, how have you been lying to yourself about this person? Wasting your time or spending an inordinate amount of time considering this person when you're not considering yourself and what you need to do on your own path and purpose, right? This is something that you need to get back in touch with yourself. Okay, so everything that's going on with this full moon in Leo, please be reminded it is in your highest good, even if it doesn't feel good. Right, we go through the shifts and we go through the releases with these full moons for a reason. You know, we go through it for a reason. And we don't always know what the reason is until we're out of the scenario and seeing it from a different perspective. It's not our fault that people have wounds that we can't heal. Like, that's their job. It just doesn't behoove us to take on wounds from other wounded people because we can't heal them and we wish we could. We can't make them see when we wish we could. You know what I mean? Like, secret code named Dolphins. For this person, they could be completely detached and truly just be intimate with other people for pleasure, and it has nothing to do with emotions, and it just was one of those people that sparked their interest and they went for it, and they weren't considering anything else than the moment they were in, just being selfish and not caring about the repercussions of their actions and the emotions of another. And you're learning the higher perspective from the situation. You're learning about the divine mirror of things. So let it go. Let it go. Take a break. Trust yourself. Figure it out. You know what I mean? You will figure it out. Trust spirit. Trust the universe knows what it's doing. Because as soon as you acknowledge the fact that you have to shift in your own highest good, the universe starts to open doors. All right, so I have faith that this will help you in some which way, shape, or form. Take it how it resonates. I thank you very much for being a part of this event. Let me know, like, all the reviews left in my shop are greatly appreciated. Shoot me a private message. Like, let me know how it resonates. My love and support are with you always. You know, remember, it's, you know, love each other, but most importantly, love yourself. All right? Take care.